On this day, as we honor those who have given so much to our country through their service, their commitment, and in some cases, the supreme sacrifice of life and limb in defense of our flag, we say thank you.
My name is Bill Buchanan. I teach here at Lakewood High School. I served in the U.S. Army on active duty from June of '71 until September of '92. That service took me all over the world. I've been asked, why did I join the service in the first place? And I have to say that the idea of service has been in my family for a long time. My father and 6 of my 7 uncles all served in World War II. The one who didn't serve was too young to, so he couldn't. So, I guess that's pretty much ingrained in where I grew up. The other thing about it is that when I got out of high school, you had a choice, right? You were going to Vietnam, you were going to get a job, or you were going to college. And I figured I was going to be going to Vietnam anyway, and I thought I wanted to go there as a Navy pilot. So I was walking around on original registration day at the University of Missouri. Come a long way from Connecticut to go to Missouri in the first place, primarily because they had a Navy ROTC program. Since the Navy pilot thing was out, what am I going to do? So I ended up hooking up with Army ROTC. Did 4 years there, commanded the Ranger Company on campus, member of the drill team, and graduated as a distinguished military graduate. Therefore, I got my first choice of assignment, and that was as a rifle platoon leader in the 82nd Airborne Division. Did that for several years, went from there to several assignments, but commanded a basic training company, was an operations officer for the 2nd of the 1st Infantry when they were experimenting with dune buggies and light aerial vehicles and a bunch of other crazy concepts. Was executive officer for a brief while with the 2nd of the 1st. Served in the Pentagon, served in Alaska, Japan, Panama, Korea, Germany, Jordan, Lebanon, Israel, Egypt, every state in the Union. So the Army tends to let you see a little bit of the world, and that has kind of fueled my desire to travel, which probably a lot of you guys know about. What do I want you to know about Veterans Day? I want you to know that veterans are among us, right? And you look around and you see me, old guy, right? And you think, well, I've always been this way, right? But no, we were young and vital in our day too. When you look at those heroes of World War II, they too were young and vital in their day, and now, of course, they're all in their 90s. So, veterans are among us. When you serve, you give up a lot. But I also have to say that you also gain a lot. You gain a lot because you're serving some purpose that's higher than yourself. You're serving something that is more than about making a living, more than about taking care of you, more than even about taking care of just your own family. It's about serving others. And there's a huge reward in that. Sometimes people ask me, did I enjoy my time in the Army? And I don't know who really enjoys, walking through swamps and freezing at night and walking all day and you've been climbing and you get to the top of a mountain and you see some lights off in the distance. And you know that somewhere there they're watching Monday Night Football and drinking their martinis dry. And there's something that goes on inside of you that says, that kind of life is for lesser men. So, there's satisfaction, there's a sense of accomplishment. Happiness, that's really into it. It's about duty, it's about accomplishing something.
I'm Darrell Campbell, and I served in the Army in 1981 to 1985, and then I was in the active reserves from 85 to 1987. My rank was E4 when I was in the regular Army, and then I was to be E5 when I was in the Army Reserve. I went to basic training in Missouri, where they train engineers, but I was I went to, also after my basic training there, I went to Fort Gordon, Georgia, where I actually did my AIT, which is communication specialist. I served over in Germany, and then I went back to Georgia, where I served with the Rapid Deployment Force. I joined the Army back in 1981 when I was in the delayed entry program in high school. I joined because of economic problems. I came from a very poor family, and I needed to have income before I could send it home. So that was the best way to go, and it was a very good experience for me. I gained a lot out of the military. It taught me a lot of things. It taught me responsibility, and it taught me that there's more to this world than just me. It taught me that sacrifice is important in your life, that you got to learn how to give. And I think that was a very positive experience. I also think that Veterans Day is a day in which is important because we need to remember the poor individuals that never came back from being in the service, and there's a lot of them, and also the people who came back who didn't have, who were injured or whatever. Those people need to be remembered as well on Veterans Day. And I think we should probably, do more than just one day for those guys, because they sacrificed everything for our freedom and what we cherish.
Hi there, Sergeant Schmuckite, United States Marine Corps. Thought I'd share a few things with you today. My scrapbook here from boot camp. And first picture I'd like to show you. Remarkable, isn't it? I haven't changed a bit. I mean, you blink and there it is. There we have it. It's when we're going out to the Crucible. It's not like KOA or Thousand Trails, but you do get to put up a tent and play games. Had a great time. Okay, Marine Corps did a lot. And the last picture is, yep, that's me. This is graduation of a whole different type. So yeah, Marine Corps. Spent a little bit of time in there. Proud as heck that I did. I enlisted into this. But they go following my cliff notes here. I enlisted in the Marine Corps in 1974. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the best. It was payback time. Coming to this country and paying back yeah. This country means a lot. We use freedom and inalienable rights. Their words without giving any thought to them and the price that's paid to have those rights. We have people screaming at the top of their voice, demonstrating, taking a knee, and you need to thank God that you're in this country to be able to do that. There are people that have paid the price for all of us to have that right just by being in this country. And during this time period, but throughout the year, take a moment and thank God that you're in America. What did I get out of it? I already had pride. I just got more of it. I have pride in the country, pride in the Corps. There's a lot of that, okay, for the things you do. Semper Fi. God bless America.
Our servicemen and women are not alone in this sacrifice. We should not forget the families of our soldiers who spent countless holidays, birthdays, graduations, and other special events separated from their loved ones who toil in the protection of our country. To those in our community and right here at school who have given and sacrificed, friends, families, and soldiers alike, this is dedicated to each of you. To those who are no longer with us, you are always in our thoughts and in our hearts. At this time, could we please observe a moment of silence for those who have sacrificed everything for our country? Thank you for joining us in the commemoration of this Veterans Day.